Bestech Kamoza. Bestech Kamoza? What's all the commotion over the Kamoza? Well, it's a very angular design, is it not? That is all kinds of, is that Tanto? I mean, if they put Tanto in the dictionary, is this knife going to be next to it? That's a lot of Tanto on that blade. This is a hand-rubbed M390. Whew. I think I'll send this in and get old HRC test on it. See how hard it really is. Ooh, it's all the way to the end, isn't it? Pretty dang. Yeah, oh, yes, I can touch the end of that blade. And the design flows, does it not? Titanium, M390, hand rubbed, or however. They have several options on this. And I think there's a page in here I printed off. You can get it in silver, you can get it in that gold, you can get it black, and you can get it with a Damascus blade for $1 billion and or $255. Minus, of course, you're going to get a $25 knock off the price with the LTK discount code on White Mountain Knives. So that might be the place to do it, and you get it for $2.25. And if you got to know the stats right now, pause and read, my friend. Pause and read. 8.5 overall. There you go. 3.62 inch blade, 3.8 millimeters, M390, finished by satin is hand rub, finished by hand, blah, 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 ceramic bearings, etc. Feels fairly light, but it's 8.5 inches overall, 3.6 inch blade, so it's not a small little knife, is it? And let's see. So I got 3.5 there, 90 millimeters. Just depends on where you want to end up. I mean, you could go right down here and let me see what my cutting edge is. Cutting edge is more like 3 3/4 once you round the corner there. So, okay. That all depends, doesn't it? Yeah, it's not quite 8.5. It's getting there. So what's that in centimeters? 21.5. 21.5 centimeters. I am curious now. Are we 3.8 millimeter? Yeah, 0.14. Yeah, we're close. And 12.9 millimeters at ½ inch. It's definitely making a statement, isn't it? How much does that weigh? It feels light. Just keeps feeling light to me. And of course I read off the weight, but there's 3.53 ounces. So that is light. That's way under 4 ounces. Not bad. Right on the knob, right there. 100 grams. Woo! It is lightweight. And even though it has a backspacer that goes this way, this way, this way, making all the corners, and it's got some nice milled lines in it. That's attractive. It's got a lot going for it style-wise here. It's very creative, very artistic. Look at that pocket clip. They brought it all the way back flush, and it goes forward. There's no screw showing here, so when we take it apart, we will see where that goes. Maybe this screw comes all the way through into the back of this. Kind of looks like that might be the case. It looks like it's been weight relieved as well. Ergos are good for me. They're good for me. Probably depends on the size of your hand, although this choil area is comfortable, and then everything else is pretty neutral out here. So yeah, that's good. And reverse grip, let me see how we work with that. Yeah, that's good here too. Wow. Balance, where's my balance point on this? Right there. And like I said, blade to handle length, but the design flows as well. Blade pretty much disappears when you close the knife. Flipper tabs canted forward a bit. got jimping right up here where you're really going to make the contact, so that makes sense. And you pull, and there we go. Let me see if we can fail this dog. Mission failure there. Ooh. No, it's really smooth in deploying. It's a little late on the detamp ball, as you could tell when I first. You gotta get your thumb back here. The thing is, then you don't want the blade to hit you, but it's so light. Right there, see where that hits me? You're already over the detamp ball. So if you're gonna stay up here, no, it's not. You got to get back here a bit. Okay, and then you're done. And then the drop is fine from there. Centered up. No blade player lock rock on this. And probably shouldn't be either because they're getting all the money. I think $250 is all the money. A lot of machine work went into this. This is nice. Machined pivot here. You've got a little bit of billboarding here, but it's very minimal. You don't even have Kombou, his moniker, on here at all. And oh, if you wanted to follow him on Instagram, you know, I'll give you the link to his Instagram. And that's pretty interesting looking through all the pictures he has there. But wow. And he's done some other really nice knives, of course, for Bestech, the Ornetta, and of course now the Vibra that's out, and the Maruka that is now out as well. So Vibra, Maruka, and Kombou, and the Kamoza are all out. And beautiful looking designs. This might be my favorite, the Vibra. Isn't that beautiful? But then again, how do you say no to the Maruka? I mean, that is really nice, but it's very reminiscent of the Ornetta to a degree, only more slender. Really, it's a big dog though. It's a big dog, good looking. Kamoza. Kamoza is crazy. Light, good balance, ergos feel fine, the drop is good, detent is appropriate for what it should be, probably at about a 5. Somewhere around 4.8 to 5, but you know, right in that zone where most knives fall that are flippers. Well, let's see if we can take this one apart. It might be kind of interesting because we can't take the pocket clip off here. So I'm trying to figure out our best approach. There we go. Body screw. Now what are we going to do? Let's take this one out. I think this is probably goes through all the way, or has a good likelihood of doing so. Yes, it does. There you go. That is the long screw. Just remember, that's your pocket clip screw. That's where it goes through there on the body. Now we can pop this apart, I'm assuming. And yes. All right. Look at this. That is interesting. I assumed that screw came through right here, but it didn't. It came through in here, and the pocket clip screws on from the inside, but not all the way through. It's weight relieved, and there you go. Hardened steel insert over travel stop. Detent is ceramic. Looks pretty clean. ceramic bearings, front and back. There's your space for travel. Oh, yes. Let's dump these out. Let's get the blade stop out of here. Okay. So now we have, we've got a flat spot on our pivot, which is great, and it's a one piece, so it's set right up to go through, and also not to turn because it'll come in contact with the opposite side, which obviously has a flat spot right there pointing the back side there. So when this comes all the way through, that'll turn to this and match up, and it'll keep the pivot from turning. Let this screw do the work there. All right, we have the Kamoza pulled apart. We got steel washers in here, and all we need to do is put the pivot back through, put a blade stop on here, and then a set of bearings, and just a little bit of my preferred lubricant, something not too thick and heavy. Put this on, kick that back, and then maybe just touch it. Well, obviously we did more than touch it, but got some ceramic bearings on here. And we just flip this right on top. Put this in place. We've got a body screw here. These are all number 8s. And we have the big, long screw coming through from the other side. And mission accomplished there. Kamoza's all back together, looking fine, feeling good. Action's great. Nice little drop to it. Yeah. Looks good. Feels good. Fascinating design, that's for sure. I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much. Bestech Kamoza, because we do love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.